Yo, what's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. Good week, you can see $400 to end this crazy weird week, right? So I'm gonna just break down everything that happened this week, everything that every trade that I took, every trade that I lost. We'll break it down. So starting this week, right? Let's just break it down. This week we had Monday wasn't nothing. Tuesday you had Powell speaking. Then Wednesday you had Powell speaking and you had CPI reports, right? And then Thursday you had today GDP reports. You had PPI reports, which was it was a cleaner Thursday. Tomorrow I don't know what tomorrow is gonna be export, so tomorrow might be a good day to potentially catch a trade too, but I'm not trading tomorrow. But this week, so going into this week, I'm just in my mind was set was, okay, Monday I'm gonna pick a shot, see if a shot is there. Tuesday I'm gonna stay patient and stay out, not really trade. Wednesday not trade. And then Thursday, today, I was gonna really pick my shot to see if I could catch something today, because it would be clean tomorrow too, but I'm not gonna trade tomorrow since I had a win today. But we had took a L on to start the week. We had took a L on Monday, and I can show you guys that trade. All right, so basically coming into ES, I basically took a sell on ES right here at this FEG. So I was sitting here. I took that sell there. So right here, since it got all the way up to this premium right up here, I just went ahead and took that as a normal short. Normally I would wait until that creates like an order block, but I just went ahead and took a 37, because from $37 to make 160 from here, that's fine. To lose 32, and it's already at the highest premium. If it closed that in, then my trade is invalid, to be honest. So I don't want to see a trade up in here. So that's why I took it there. So I took it there. I was waiting for it to see if it could close in that FEG. So boom, came up to the premium again, end of it, and then I executed there. It was a nice reaction from there, right? So I was just seeing how much it was, basically risking $32, right? Looking for that to be created as like an order block for a price to basically the next candle to open and go right under that and to continue lower. And so far, I was just waiting to see if it was going to be a rejection from right there to continue lower, but it just kept grinding up. But it was only $32 that I was risking to make almost 200 to, so wasn't a bad trade to mechanically just enter that as soon as it got to the premium of my first fair value gap of the expansion, right? So you can see that it was still going good. So it really didn't reject, it just kept going, kept hovering right above this FEG, which I didn't like, but we accepted the risk. We accepted that risk, mechanically took it, and that was the only trade that I took on Monday. Okay, so we were down at 216. We were up 250. Was down 216 on that Monday. Cool, fine. Called it a day after that. Didn't take another trade, and just left it at that. So going into Tuesday, all right, you can look at ES. We had ran out that sell side that I was looking for around Tuesday, and had a nice buy model going up here. So you can see you have an order block. Came down into that order block, continued higher, came back down for another retracement, back into a key level that I like, along with this breaker. Boom, went up, took out the initial buy side liquidity, right? We created relative equal highs, went lower with that CPI around 830, went lower, did not take out previous weekly low. Actually, previous weekly low is way down here. Didn't take out previous weekly low, came down to the 50% of that range, right? And went higher. So I didn't take any trades Tuesday or Wednesday because of all the news that was going on. So but today was the trade that I took. All right, so coming into here, right, I wanted to see SMT with GU. I was bullish on Euro and bullish on GU. GU came down and knocked out the London sell side liquidity pool, and we came into the first percent at FEG. We also have a volume imbalance right here, and I was looking for us to go above that volume imbalance and use that to continue go up higher and take out the highs, right? The London highs right here. And these have no wick all in there, so that's what I was looking for there. We came down into this FEG on the hourly, right? So you can see right here. So boom, so this is what I was looking for, because I wanted to see that SMT with EU get created. EU was gonna take out this low, and then I was gonna see GU to go above here, and I was gonna eventually take a buy right there. I wanted to see one more run of this low right here, and then a buy here. So that's what I was looking for GU, right? Alright, so here's the trade. So it did come into that order block. I took an entry right there inside of that order block. There was no wick right there. I was thinking that it could come down and create a wick, but also close in mean threshold of that order block and continue to hold this, right? So it did create that SMT with EU. EU did run out Asia low, and you can see that GU came down and stayed in that hourly FEG. Here's that 1 hour volume imbalance on that one down candle right there. That's annotated. Not focused on that wick. You can see we expanded above, came back down into that order block FEG, and all it did was kind of consolidate. I was thinking that I was gonna run up into those highs because there's no wick above those highs, right? So there's no wicks above those highs. I'm thinking that price can run lower. You can see that it kept coming back down, right? Just watching that FEG in there. And I'm thinking that this is a very high probable trade. Got SMT where EU came down, ran down right here, created a volume imbalance, was anticipating price to continue higher and not come back down, since we did sweep out liquidity again right here and came into that order block. So you can see on the hourly, alright, so yeah, you can see we're getting some expansion right there, expanding above. Here's that FEG right there. Looking for it to get up into this FEG and these highs right here with no wicks right there, right? So we're closing above, getting above this FEG. We came down, ran down, and then starting one higher. So I'm anticipating for price to use this as this volume imbalance, which was on that hourly, to come down and use that and then go higher, right? So I was looking for, so I moved my stop right below that wick, because I'm thinking if price has to come all the way back down here, I really don't want to continue to be in a trade, because all it's doing is just going back and forth, when it could just come down and go to this no wick and potentially not even go higher, right? So I just wanted to take a small loss right there if that was the case. But you can see it did come back down, back down against me. So yeah, you can see my stop is just sitting there. Stop is just sitting there. Stop is in place, right? If it run me out, it run me out. That was my mindset. If it did that, it did that, right? So as you can see, ran me out there. It ran me out there, and then it put me down 194. So as you can see, let's go to GU. GU did hit me up to the tick and ran to my buy side liquidity targets, and as it was coming up into here, right, I was thinking about taking a entry right inside of here along with that volume imbalance, that same area. But when I went into the lower time frames, I'm just looking at how there's no wicks at the bottom of any of these, and I just didn't like that. There was no wick here, no wick here, right, no wick right here. I didn't like that type of price action with GU, you know what I'm saying? But it took me out, that's fine. It didn't even come back to my entry, cool, you know what I'm saying? But we can get into my second trade. So I lost $18 here. Monday I lost like 30, right? Let's go to it. Let's look at it. Okay, delete. So Monday I lost $37, and then today on that trade I lost $18, right? So I did take a second trade for today, and we can go to that. Let's go to that. So now we're coming into NQ, and I'm noticing how NQ is close to his previous weekly high, right? Like we got real close to it but didn't hit it, and that's the target for today. I can see that Asia open, midnight open price is right here, right? And you know, I'm just looking at how I can see this down candle right here come down, take this out, right? And then you have this down candle here, right? The first percent at FEG was right in here, right? So I was looking at those PD, kind of looking at those PD arrays, trying to get a feel for what price was doing, right? So as you can see, mark that out there. Boom, that's a balanced price range. Okay, cool. All right, so coming into, so basically NQ did come down. All right, so I'm marking it up here. I wanted to get into a buy here. It almost went without me. I just went ahead and left it there, right? So marking out that previous weekly high, which was right here. Here's that first presented FEG right here. Also these down close candles right there. All right, so you can see it came in, tagged me on that inversion setup, right? Tagged me on that inversion, and then we started getting higher and higher since then. All right, so we came down to that first presented FEG. As you can see, let's look at it again. First presented FEG with that down close candle that ran out liquidity, which was here, right? So hold on, let me see. Down close candle here, right? Came into that first presented FEG, created a proportion candle, proportion block, right? Went up through that there, creating FEGs in here, along with that first presented FEG, trading above, which would be considered supposed to be a breakaway gap if it was to go lower, right? Traded above there, got real close to that weekly high, came back down, right? Retraced into a discount, right? Came into those FEGs of this expansion, right? With this proportion candle, order block, right? And I would wait it until price went through this FEG right here, because that was the only thing going against me that this could potentially go lower, right? And not take out that weekly high, since we've been on a higher time frame range, daily range. So came back in, got my entry there. Would have been on that candle if I wasn't too slow, but so I decided to drag my stop right in here as soon as we closed above halfway of that candle. I didn't really want to see us come back down below this wick right in here and contest this inversion FEG again. I just wanted to see us to start expanding right towards that weekly high. So you can see, took out that weekly high, moved my stops to break even once we took out, not take out the weekly high, but we took out this this high right here, short-term high. I want to see us continue to try to expand. I didn't want to see no retracement. So boom, took a partial there. Decided to move my stop a little bit higher and trail to see how far it could go. I put it right above this up close candle, right below this up close candle as soon as it closed above that high, because if we do go back through this down close candle, it could be considered a change in the state of delivery. So went ahead and took my partial there and dragged my stop there to see how far this can run. So you can see up 400. So just watching what price is doing, dragged it a little bit higher, moved my stop right above there, right? Just watching how the candles are going above each other, right? See if the candles can keep going above each other and closing above each other. So I'm watching this candle to see if it could get above this candle to close. It didn't. I didn't like that. We opened and went up first. So I was anticipating this to start going lower, right? Since we already ran that weekly high, I wasn't anticipating to keep going higher, right? It could just reverse and come back down and, you know, close out the week bearish. You never know. So went ahead and took it right there. Up 409 for the week. That was $192 plus that small $18 loss that I took, right? But up 192 for the day. Took the two losses that I took were basically very, very, very minimal. You know what I'm saying? So I think I controlled this week, did very good, you know, controlling my urge to trade during a potentially low probable week, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, go on and smash that like. We can take a look at the equity curve, right? So here's the equity curve. Still doing good. We're still on the up curve. Hey, we could have one where it comes down and sweep out liquidity again, right, into this FEG and this order block, which would be in here, right? It could do that, but I'm gonna try to keep it on a steady, you know, very strong trend. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.